Hello, everybody. Luz Gonzalez here, your favorite business coach. And I wanted to come on here to talk about why maybe you're feeling like you're stuck, like you're working really hard, but nothing's working. And so often that has to do with something that takes us back to the beginning of the high-ticket client online system, which I will walk you guys through. So my hope here is that you guys will learn some of the things that may be holding you and your business back. So I'm going to check over here on the computer, on the technology, to see if you are here live, #live. Let me know that you're here. And here I go, so I can see your comments. Okay, we're good to go. Great. Okay, so it is Tuesday, September 15th. I am checking in with you guys from Guanajuato, Mexico. And we are talking about this really incredible topic, right? It's really important. And this comes up all the time, which is why I wanted to talk about it. So let's dive in and explain a little bit what's happening. So I'm going to pull up a system here. And if you guys are here live, #live on the comments, and let me know where you're joining us from. It's so exciting. It's the 15th, and tomorrow is going to be the 16th, which is Mexican Independence Day. And we're going to be celebrating here in Mexico, not just anywhere in Mexico, but where basically the independence movement was born. And this morning I woke up and I went for a run and just really thinking about what that meant. And I was listening to the Hamilton, soundtrack, and he's talking about like not going to throw away my shot. And I think sometimes as business owners, we actually hold ourselves back from the sort of freedom that we're trying to create through our businesses. We, hold ourselves back from not throwing away our shot because we're not following some of the basics. We have Desmond live, Irma's here, David is here in the house. If you guys have questions and thoughts about this topic, just let me know. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. So let me pull that up. Give me a second. Share screen, and we want to share this right here. Okay, so let's make sure that that's working. Great. So what we're showing here is the high-ticket client online system. This is what we walk all of our clients through, and this is probably what is holding you back in your business. If you are feeling any of these things, if you're saying, oh, well, I'm really struggling to bring in clients, or if you're saying, people are saying, I'm getting on consult, but then we have a conversation and they say, oh, it's too expensive. What's happening is you are missing some of the major pieces from this system. What we encourage people to do, which is really, really important, is you have to do this in order. You can't just start in the middle or in the end, which so often entrepreneurs are doing. And I can't blame you guys. So often you are hearing from gurus, you are hearing from people on the internet telling you, you need a funnel, you need, YouTube ads, you need all these things. And the reality is you don't. What you need at the beginning is a really strong business model. And so often people are thinking, my website's broken, my funnel's not working, my branding is off. The reality is that we are asking the wrong question at the wrong time. So usually what I have to do is I have to pull people back. So what you guys see are 7 steps, the 7 pillars of success online. So you have step number 1, which is figuring out, just like in terms of, does the business that you're building also build the life of dreams? Really important, right? Here we have Irma is live. Then we have number 2 is going to be your market, client, and problem selection. Okay, this is where people get stuck. People think, so you might think that you have a branding problem. You might think that you really could. You might think that you have a funnel problem. You might think that you have a problem because your ads aren't working. What's usually happening then is you are thinking you're over here, you're on step 4, or you're on step 5, or you might even think you're at step 3. But the reality is that you need to be all the way back to step number 2. And today I wanted to talk about USGAW. So what is USGAW? USGAW is one of those frameworks that we work on with our clients. Let me share it here. So let's share, stop screen, share a different one. Okay, here we go. Okay, USGAW. We are talking about USGAW. What is USGAW? If you are here and if you already know what USGAW is, I want you guys to put it in the comments. We do have some veterans that are veteran to our community here. Let me know if you remember what USGAW is. There are 5 elements to what I call the $1 million framework, to what you need to do to actually be successful in your business. Number 1, you guys ready for it? U stands for urgent. If you guys want to type that out, it has to be an urgent problem that you're solving. So remember, in terms of our systems, we're all the way back in step number 2, pillar number 2. Let me take off notifications here. We're back at step number 2, which is where you're actually building your business. To build a business where it's going to be easy for people to want to sign up, that when they hear about what you're doing, they're like, oh my God, I need to talk to you, right? You know, where people are signing up for consults multiple times a day, where people are just following your page and they're following your social media because you are providing value that they're interested in, that's solving a problem for them. That brings us all the way back to, do you even have the right business model in the first place? So for USGAW, to make sure that you do have the right business model in the first place, we're going to be looking at the 5 elements of USGAW. Number 1 is going to be U for urgency. So you guys want to write this down. Is the problem that you are addressing for the people that you're helping, is it urgent enough? You've never heard of this word before because I made it up, okay? So you guys want to take notes on this because you've never heard this before. So urgent. It has to be an urgent problem that you're solving for a group of people that your heart is so lit up about serving them that you have to like pinch your cheeks to believe that you're working with these people, right? So again, this goes back to step number 1, pillar number 1 in the 7 steps of the pillars of thriving online, building a business that actually is setting you up for success in your life. So given that that's the case and that you've already decided, so much of what we do in business actually has a lot to do with relationships, right? It has to do with long-term relationships. And so in a long-term relationship, you have to know who you are, where you're going, and then you also have to decide that you're in it for the long term, right? So as business owners, we don't want to go into it thinking, oh, I'm just building a business for a year or 2. Hopefully what you're thinking is, I am building a business for the next 3 to 10 years of my life, if not for the rest of your life. So I want you guys to think of business. You're going into a lifelong marriage. You're not just dating. Your business, if you're dating in your business, if like you are in your business, the equivalent of dating, then you just have a hobby. You don't have a business. But if you are building a business, you're going into this with a long-term commitment to the people that you're serving. So you should find a group of people that you're serving that your heart sings every morning because you are working with these people and because you're serving them, right? So go knowing that these are the people that you're serving. Is the problem that you're solving for them urgent? The next one is going to be S for specific. Awesome, Yara, live from Renton, Washington State. Love it. So step number 2 is in the USGAW framework. It has to be specific. So do you have an urgent and specific problem? So the urgency is like, as people think of the problem that you're solving, do they say, oh my God, I need somebody to solve this right here, right now, right? That's urgency. I was back in Cancun. Right now we're living in Mexico, and I had a really bad stomach ache. I didn't sleep the entire night. Guess what? That morning, the first thing I did is I went to the doctor. You have to be thinking, is the problem that I'm solving, is it a vitamin or is it a painkiller? Am I the sort of problem that people go, oh my God, I need this solved yesterday. Here's my credit card. It's not like if this problem's gonna be solved, it's a matter of who's gonna solve the problem. Are you in that type of business that when people think of you helping with their problem, it's not a matter of if the problem's getting solved, it's just who's solving the problem. That's urgency. Specific. Are you solving a specific problem? Okay, I want to talk to some of you here because some of you here go like, but Luz, I can help everybody. My program My coaching, my service, right? It can help everybody in the world. What's my core audience? What's my niche? It's the world. It's every human being on the planet. Okay. I love you and I love your enthusiasm and I love the vision that you have for impact and for, the world. And the follow-up question, which my business coach actually asked me, he's like, but do you want to get paid? Because if you want to get paid sooner rather than later, right, you would like, so our goal for our clients is to get them to the $10,000 a month, line. So if that's what we're working on, you need to get paid, which, how do you get paid? You get paid through USGAW. These 5 elements must be there. With our clients, we work with them and we say, we bring them all the way back and we say, are you USGAWing, right? It's hashtag USGAW real hard. So if you're not USGAWing, it's just gonna be so much harder to build your business. So specific, you can help the whole world, but do you wanna get paid? Do you wanna make money? It is my belief as a business coach that it is your responsibility as a business owner to make money. If you're not in it to make money, and I'm not saying I think at some point we equated making money with ickiness. We equated making money with some sort of oh, you're a bad person if you make money. No, can we just ditch that poop, right? If we make money, we can make more of an impact. If we make money, you can provide more, support to organizations that you care about. If you make more money, it amplifies who you are and the good parts. At least that's what I've seen in myself and all of our clients. So yes, you are in business to make money. So if we have to have a conversation about just the money mindset thing, I can bring somebody on to talk about money mindset and why you shouldn't feel guilty because you're making money and because you're charging a lot of money. But if you want to make money, which is why you're building it's not why you're building a business, but it sure as hell is a huge, huge component of why you are in business and how your business is going to be successful. So it needs to be specific. So here we're thinking about your niche, right? People go, oh no, the niche, the dreaded niche, right? So who is it that you're serving? We've already talked about in terms of the context of the business that you're building. You've already thought about a group of people. There are four main markets, right? So there's the main market of money. There's the main market of relationships. There's the main market of health. And then there's the main market of beauty, pleasure, entertainment. So you have to think, which of these main markets am I starting with? Each of these main markets are markets where there are trillions of dollars that are going through these markets. So that's sort of where we started at the beginning. Now within those markets, then we go into what's your segment, right? So within this huge, multi-trillion dollar industry that you're in, you have to think about, well, what is the problem I'm solving? We talked about that. And what is the group of people that I'm going to do this for? So you have to really think of specifically. So examples, we have some clients who are working specifically, right? The people who are working with a specific set of people, our clients who are working with a specific set of people that they're serving, right? Their audience, their niche, they make money faster. This is just how it works. So think of Melissa, who is working with women after divorce. So her program is called Thrive After Divorce. And so she's specifically working with women in a specific age group. And all of a sudden, guess what? It makes it so much easier for you to find them and for them to find you. So then we can think of Cassandra, right? Cassandra is working specifically with parents of teens so they can bring more just going from a family dynamic where you're stressed and there's disrespect to a place where there's joy and love and respect and everybody's feeling good about the teen growing into adulthood and leaving the house, etc. So the more that you niche down and it's actually a specific problem, the easier, this is why this matters, the easier that you make it for them to find you. So often when we talk to entrepreneurs, you are saying things like, I need to create more traffic. No, you don't create the traffic. You go where the traffic already exists. It's not like, ooh, I'm going to create oxygen for me to breathe. No, right? You have to think of, I heard this from Russell Brunson and I thought it was great. Think about digging for gold. Sure, I could start digging for gold right here, like right where I'm sitting, that would probably be a terrible idea to do this. But somehow, when it comes to finding our clients, we're just like, yep, they're gonna appear. If I build it, they will come. That's not how it works. So you have to think, does this group of people already exist? And is my problem specific enough, right? Is my problem that I'm solving specific enough that people can understand that I'm solving a problem for them? Say with Melissa, there are these women who understand that Melissa is a divorce coach for women. And it's not all women. She's working with women that are ready to move on in their lives, that are ready to bring on the next stage, right? So it's urgent, specific. The next piece is going to be G, which is, this one you have to remember a little bit more. It's an identifiable group of people that congregate online in the thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. And if you can't think of thousands, I mean, honestly, it really should start at tens of thousands. If you can't think of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, to like potentially millions of people coming together on the internet around the problem that your business solves, it's gonna be harder, right? You need to know where these people hang out. And if they're all not already congregated, right, you don't create the traffic. You go where the traffic is. You don't just dig for gold randomly. You go specifically in the mountain where they know that there are these just like vines of gold, and that's where you dig. So you have to think, are there tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands minimum of people congregating online around the problem that I solve? Then you've solved 3 of the 5. You're still not done. Now you need to think of, do these people, right? Do these people that congregate in the hundreds, in the thousands, tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, do they have the ability and the willingness? Give me a second. We have somebody coming in for cleaning. Just give me a second, guys. Tengo que traer. Sorry, guys. So I will come in and keep teaching. Give me just a sec. All right, okay, I am back. Okay. So ability and willingness. So maybe you have people who have, come together and you can find them online in the thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of people. Now the next question is, do they have the ability and the willingness to pay? Because, right, we want you to get paid. The goal is for your business to make money, lots and lots of money. So then you can go out and make the world a better place, and you can just reinvest that money into places that we care about. So ability, do they have the money, right? So maybe you're working with these, like, say Cassandra, she's working with teens and parents, but who's gonna pay? The parent. So who is the sales letter created for? The parent. Yeah, there's a piece of the component of the teen, but you have to be thinking, do they have the ability? Do the teens, sure, maybe there's a teen who really wants to buy a video game, but they just don't have the ability. Either they don't have the permission or they don't have the money. So you have to think, for the person that I'm solving a problem for, do they have the ability? And then the last piece is going to be the willingness. Do they have the willingness? So maybe you're working with like engineers who are really practical and like all the rules, right? And they have the ability, they're making bank, but they're not willing. They're not willing to invest. So it is these 5 elements that must exist for your business to do well. So I want you guys to ask yourself, am I USGAWing? Are you USGAWing real hard, yo? If you are feeling like you're struggling to attract clients, people can't afford your offer, and sales feel like you're pulling teeth, you're probably not where you need to be with USGAW. So that is a quick little lesson here on, Coach's Corner with Luz. If you haven't already joined our Facebook group, make sure that you join, because we do lessons like this inside of the Facebook group every single week on Wednesdays. And then the other thing that we do is we, like, say when it's my week, I will go on and I'll do a diagnostic of your online presence. So is your online presence helping you? Is it hurting you? I will do a diagnostic. If you are ready to take your business presence online and do better and you have questions, you're like, oh, I don't know if our group's going well, we do have a diagnostic for people who are ready to take their business to that next level and thrive online. So if you're interested in diagnostic, just type diagnostic in the comments below. And it's been great being here with you guys. Love you so much. Keep thriving. Know that I keep saying this, sound like a broken record. It's September 15th. That means you've got October, November, December in the year. I basically discount the rest of the month because you have 3 months and a half, minus all the weekends, minus all the holidays. You have like 2.5 months. I want you to go hard in your business. This is not like, oh, it's the end of the year, I'm just gonna take it slow. This is the year, especially because of 2020, especially because of COVID, especially because of everything that's been happening. This is the time that you commit. I just wrote about the tattoo that I got, right? So magnate, ooh, can we see it there? You can sort of see it. Wait, let's see. You can't really see it. There we go. Okay, so just got a new tattoo, and that is just me really committing. It's there's one thing to talk about it. I'm not a fan of talkers. You guys probably aren't either. The people that just talk a big game but they don't deliver. So I'm not a big fan of that. So I am so committed to you. Like myself and Matt, we are so committed to your success, and so much so. Like I am personally so committed to showing up day by day, which we do and which we will continue to do, which we do in the Facebook group and which we absolutely do with all of our clients. So we know that our commitment is, it's tattooed on my body. Our commitment to you is absolutely, strong. What's the word? It's just like unbreakable. We are so here for you. We care about you. We know that you can succeed regardless of the environment, regardless of what's happening in the economy. Some of you, yes, you have to pivot. Some of you have to put into place a whole lot of strategies that you should have put in place 3 years ago. But guess what? Let's not stress about what we can't, the past is in the past. What can you do right here, right now, going forward? Because I want you to show up for your business like you've never showed up before. I was talking to a client, I was telling him these next 6 weeks that we are here together, I want you to kick so much butt that for the rest of your life, you look back and you say, holy smokes, I didn't even know I had that in me. So right here, right now, I'm showing up as your personal coach, and I'm telling you, I want the rest of this year, 2020, to be the year, and let me remove this. I want the rest of 2020 to be the year that you look back and you said, you know what? It was hard. You know what? It was uncertain. You know what? It wasn't exactly the way that I wanted to be, but I showed up. I knew that I was in integrity with my highest self, and I showed up for my clients. I showed up for my customers. I showed up for my students, and I showed up for what I said I stood for. This is your chance. It has never before been more important for you to show up for your clients, for your customers. People are hungry for leadership. People are hungry for your gift. People are hungry for your passion. And you were put here on this earth to share that gift, to share that thing that's inside of you with us all. So please do not deprive us of your gift. Show up now, stronger than ever. I want to see you leading. I want you to tag me on social media as you're showing up for your business, as you're showing up for yourself, for your life, and know that this is not the place that we settle. This is not the year that we settle. And know that we are here for you. Matt and I are here supporting you. We'd love for you to join our Facebook group. We'd love for you to join any of our programs. We are so here for our clients. You'll hear that from any of our clients. It is absolutely life-changing. And if you want to sign up for a diagnostic where we talk about your business specifically and personalize it down to your business, we'd love to talk. So that's it for today. Go kick some major butt. Go listen to Hamilton like I've been doing. And know that. Love you so much. And I'll talk to you all soon again.